It's sunrise on day 4 here in Moore Camp. We'll be having breakfast pretty soon, and the sun will warm up the dining room tent, so it'll be nice and cozy in there. But we'll be headed up to Lava Tower for maybe lunch at 15,200 feet. And then after that, we'll head down to Barranco Camp. We'll start seeing the giant ground cells, which is one of the species of plants here. It's fantastic, and they're huge, and they're endemic only to Kilimanjaro, Senecio kilimanjari, for those botanists out there. So anyway, it looks like it's going to be a fabulous day weather-wise. It's perfectly clear. It is about 8:30 in the morning of day 4, leaving Moore Camp. There's the ZARA sport team back there. Headed up to Lava Tower, 15,200 feet, and then down to Barranco Camp. So another beautiful day here on Kilimanjaro. So we are still in the Alpine Desert zone, and you can see it's really gotten sparse as far as vegetation goes. There's Kilimanjaro back there, but there's very little plant life left, and we are probably over 14,000 feet right now. I'm not sure, but anyway, it's just like a moonscape here. It's absolutely spectacular with all these giant boulders of volcanic rock along the trail. Here's another species of everlasting that I thought you'd like to see. One of the 7 species found here on the mountain, and there's still a few blooms. It's almost bloomed out. Getting the first glimpse of Lava Tower. You see that ice on the left side of Kilimanjaro and go straight down. There's like almost a rectangular block of rock right there. That's Lava Tower. It's at 15,200 feet. That's where we're headed right now. There's a little better view of Lava Tower right there in the middle of the screen. The Lava Tower is coming into full view. We've had some clouds move in, which happens every day, and they've parted a little bit so we can see the top of Lava Tower at 15,200 feet. That would be the base of that tower, not the top. So when you get to Lava Tower, you'll be 700 feet higher than any place in continental United States. I am at Lava Tower, 15,200 feet. Ooh, there it is, and it's almost going into the clouds, so glad I got this just in time. But anyway, this is a common stop for us for lunch. I think today we're just going to have a couple snacks and head on down to Barranco. So we're going to go down 2,200 feet from here to Barranco Camp, which is at 13,000. So this is kind of the midpoint between Moore Camp and Barranco Camp. And anyway, so about half the day's over. Day 4 is half done. Now headed down from Lava Tower, and we're going to go through between these two chutes, outcrops of rock here. See, Bruce is leading the way. Still descending from Lava Tower towards Barranco Camp, and once you cross over that tower and head down, you enter the land of the giant ground cells. You can see them here. We've already seen quite a few, but it was very foggy, a little hard to see. But one of my favorite parts of the hike is these magnificent plants. They're Senecio kilimanjari, if you're a botanist, and they are indigenous to Kilimanjaro. And this is one of my favorite plants of all of them coming up. It's so healthy looking. Let me zoom back in a little bit. It's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 6 major branches on it, and it looks like it's bloomed not too long ago. And these are the giant lobelia as opposed to the giant ground cell. 2 on the left are younger plants. The one on the right is blooming, and once they bloom, they die. So like the century plant in Mexico and southwestern United States, that's it for them. But anyway, you can see it's got a spectacular bloom on it. It's a large clump of giant ground cell, and in the lower left corner is a giant lobelia just getting ready to bloom. A forest of giant ground cells. Absolutely spectacular. I am at Barranco Camp, one of the largest camps on the mountain. It's at 13,000 feet, so we went up from 13,650 at Moore Camp to Lava Tower at 15,200, now all the way back down to 13,000. So we're staying here tonight and try to get a good night's sleep for tomorrow's Barranco Wall.